This upcoming weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and also the Truck Series are going to head out to the Paperclip, Martinsville Raceway. Last time we came out here was in the playoffs where we saw Christopher Bell getting the job done there. But this past weekend, NASCAR went out to Bristol and we saw Christopher Bell getting the job done there. So could he run it back in Martinsville? Time will tell. But today I am here to give y'all my predictions on how things are going to play out for the upcoming weekend, and also do the Pick 5 contest as always. So get your picks down below to be entered. On to the intro we go.
Hey, Ryan Lady here, and you're watching William Blackman on YouTube.
Besides the Hendrick Motorsports cars in the 2023 season, there are only 3 other drivers I believe that can go toe-to-toe with them. The first one being Ross Chastain. He's aggressive. He is so darn unpredictable. You do not know what he's going to have week in and week out. The second one's going to be Christopher Bell. He's always in the mix. He won this past week in Bristol. I know it's a dirt race, but a win is a win. Now, the other driver I look at is Kevin Harvick, and Harvick has always been good at these types of tracks, but Martinsville has kind of been a struggle. He's always good at Richmond, always good in Phoenix. It's just Martinsville's not really good and kind to him. So those are the only 3 drivers I believe that can go toe-to-toe with the Hendrick cars. And saying that, I believe one of the 3 will go to victory lane. Harvick's not, Chastain's not, Christopher Bell is. Christopher Bell has a lot of momentum right now. He won the most recent Martinsville race, and he also won the most recent Cup Series race this past Sunday out in Bristol. So give me Christopher Bell 2 in a row. How about that, Christopher Bell? Second place, though, is going to be your defending race winner from the spring race of Martinsville in 2022, William Byron. He dominated that night. It was a Saturday night race, and it was very hard to pass, and I expect it to be the same where track position's key, but I believe Byron's going to be a force to reckon with. He's going to be contending for the win and up front, and I believe Hendrick Motorsports is going to have a great setup for him. Third place, though, is going to be Alex the Showman Bowman. Alex Bowman has always been good here at the short tracks, but in Martinsville in particular. He won this race back in 2021 in the fall in a very controversial fashion, I guess you can say, where he dumped, not pushed, he dumped the 11 car of Denny Hamlin. And Hamlin wasn't too pleased with him, and we saw his frustration after Hamlin pulled up on the front stretch where Bowman was doing donuts and got like nose to nose with their cars, just staring at each other. It was like a weird standoff. But yes, Alex Bowman in third place. And talking about Denny Hamlin, I think he comes home in 4th place. The fellow Virginian driver, I believe, is going to have a phenomenal weekend after a rough little weekend out in the Bristol Motor Speedway on the dirt. And there you go, Denny Hamlin in 4th place. The 5th place position, I thought about drivers like Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe. And I looked at it a little bit more. There's always that one driver every single weekend you turn around that goes out there and gets a great performance. And I believe the one driver that's going to go out there this weekend in Martinsville and shock the world is going to be Ryan Preece. He's a short track driver. We saw what he could do. We saw it in the Clash. He was going for the win, but got bumped out at the end by Truex. Was very good out in Richmond, a similar track to Martinsville. So I believe Stewart-Haas Racing has it in them, and I think Ryan Preece has it in him to bring it home inside the top 5 out at the Martinsville Raceway. Dark Horse, I look at many drivers. I look at Todd Gilliland, who's been very hot lately in the 38 car, and I believe he's doing just as good enough job to get a promotion to a bigger cup ride next year. He got a top 10 in Bristol. Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, Noah Gragson. But the one I like the most as a dark horse is going to be no other than Ty Gibbs. I haven't said much or talked much about Ty Gibbs this year, but I believe he is getting better week in and week out. And by the end of this year, I believe he's going to be good enough to be contending for the title in 2024. I know it's a long-term game here. You're going to have to wait it out and let him get more mature in the Cup Series, and I believe he's doing a good job at that. So give me Ty Gibbs as my dark horse. He won this race a year ago in Xfinity, and he came home. I believe he could have won both races, but Sam Mayer decided to dump him, and that's when we saw a little brawl go on. So there you go there. Christopher Bell winning. Second place is going to be William Byron. Third place, Alex Bowman. Fourth place, Denny Hamlin. And fifth place, Ryan Preece. And my dark horse is going to be Ty Gibbs. But the driver to keep an eye on also besides Gibbs is going to be Gillen. I like what he's doing. He's going to get a promotion. The weather looks kind of bad at the moment. But remember, folks, we're still in Monday. You got all Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Saturday for it to change. And it likely will, but right now we got rain. So fingers crossed that it does not happen. So enough said here. Please like and subscribe, and everybody have a great day.